Hey there, welcome back. In this video, I want to show you something really cool that I've built for the Pi coding agent CLI. If you haven't watched the previous video, I made a video about exactly how I'm using this CLI and also another video on why I think that GPT 5.2 codex is very good, especially when used with this CLI. So again, if you haven't watched those videos, go to the channel and take a look at them. But in this one, I want to show you how I've built a review tool that allows me to execute plans, and then when the model finishes a batch of tasks, it invokes this tool so that I can take a look at the diffs inside of my NeoVim instance, and I can even jump between them as I would if I was using a quick fix list. As you can see, the model just invoked the ask review tool, and now if I do Control J and K, I can jump between the changes and I can see everything that it has worked on. And then I can add comments to it, or I can simply save and exit, and it will say here, no review comments, you can proceed. The extension uses the diff between two different revisions in JJ, which means that the model itself can invoke the tool with different revisions based on what it has done. It also has the ability to read the file at a specific revision, so it can get all the contents, and then it writes each file to a temporary path, and finally it invokes this small NeoVim plugin with the path where the comments will be stored, the files, and also the hunks. Like I said, I can jump with Control K and Control J to the previous and the next hunk, and I can do leader or C to add a comment to the current line or range. And the model can invoke this using the ask review tool. As you can see, this was just invoked again because the model continued working on the next batch, and now it is asking me for review. So just to try things out, I'm going to say here leader RC, and I'm going to insert here a comment that says this line is wrong. After doing this, I can again close this, and now it has this comment here. I'm going to obviously abort this turn because I don't even know if this thing is wrong or not, but you get the idea. Now the model gets this context and it knows what I think about the files that it just went ahead and either created or modified. If you want to learn more about using AI agents for software engineering, go to techwithtouris.com/AI. I'll be releasing a live training class next month on how to do AI-driven development. If you're a vibe coder, this is not for you. Instead, it's all about building systems and code bases that help you scale AI agents for software engineering. We'll focus on how to plan, execute, and verify, and how this loop creates an environment that leads to AI agents writing code and features exactly how you want, instead of just hoping for the best. Again, go to techwithtouris.com/AI to save your spot for next month. And there's obviously a bunch of different improvements that I can make to this extension, like adding here the exact lines printed so that the model doesn't need to go read them. I can also print this to the UI in a nicer way, but the fact that I was able to add this tool to Pi in less than 1 hour proves that this is currently the best coding agent CLI because of how extensible it is. I was using this exact same workflow when I was using Claude Code, but instead of being able to do something like this, I had to rely on a less useful approach, like scrolling back through the history to see the changes, or go to another tab and use NeoVim in a different instance to see all of the changes. But this seems to me like a much better experience, not only because I can tweak this extension to my exact needs, but more importantly because the model can call this tool with very particular diffs. So for example, instead of telling it to call it after each batch, I can tell it to call it after each task, or even manually when I'm going back and forth with the model. I'm going to leave a link in the description down below so you can take a look at this inside a GitHub gist, but please be aware that I didn't write this code manually. It was all implemented by GPT 5.2 codex, so make sure that you take a look at it, see what's there, and integrate it into your workflow according to your needs. I hope this video was helpful to you and it showed you just how easy it is to build a review tool inside your AI coding agent using Pi. Finally, don't forget to go watch the previous videos around this topic to learn more about it.